landed here in Houston.
First time in Houston.
And we are here for one thing and one thing only. That is
Vietnamese food.
Oh yeah. Our first meal of the day is going to be banh bo hue. It's time for pig blood and pig trotters, I would say.
Houston's supposed to have the best Vietnamese food, so I'm so excited. I've been wanting to come to the city forever.
So we'll see you there. The first place we went was Banh Bo Hue Quang 2.
Which was not the original place we wanted to go to, because we wanted to go to...
Number 3.
But whatever, they were open at 8 a.m.
And they served banh bo hue, which is basically the only thing we were after.
And that was the only thing that they served, which I appreciate.
I did appreciate two things. When we first got there, they made it clear that they were very annoyed that we had showed up and bothered them. That is the authenticity we're looking for. And then the second thing is we asked, can we have a menu? And she's like, and she nods to a poster that just says banh bo hue. And it's literally the only thing on their menu.
I thought it was good.
Pretty sure that was the first time I've eaten it. It is a beef broth. Got a little bit of shrimp paste, heavy on the lemongrass. So it also had beef brisket,
Vietnamese pork sausage,
pork blood, and then it had a pork trotter. What was your favorite of the meats?
I like the sausage.
Yeah,
the sausage
it
was
was
really
delicious.
flavorful.
Just chewy enough. It was salty, peppery. It was delicious.
I mean, that's like one of my favorite meats.
I would say my complaint though is that it wasn't quite spicy enough by itself. Definitely had to add some chili paste.
I thought it was okay. I didn't want it to be like too spicy because it was like breakfast. I thought it was good. I thought it was flavorful. They offered 2 sizes, which I appreciate. She was like, do you want a small or a large?
This is a small.
I'm pretty sure they use the same size bowl for their small and their large.
I would hope so, because I was trying to picture what a large bowl would be.
The bowl, it was large, but there wasn't that much stuff in it.
It was nice and warming though on this 91 degree, 100% humidity day. And like I said, it was 9 a.m. I spent about 3 seconds outside and I was complaining a lot, wasn't I? I was sweating, the shirt was sticking to me. It was gross.
It wasn't the best, I'd say, that I had ever had. Have spent a lot of time in California, Orange County specifically, where there is Little Saigon and they have amazing food.
But it does top St. Louis because St. Louis doesn't actually serve this dish.
You know, it's freaking Houston. I don't think we would find a bad bowl of noodle soup anywhere. It's just the matter of finding the best.
Yeah, so we did look at the map and it was banh bo hue, banh bo hue, banh bo hue, banh bo hue. And that was one plaza. There was like several blocks of Chinese restaurants. There's like a little bit of Korean, and then there was a couple blocks of Vietnamese.
So after we had the banh bo hue, we hopped across the street to another plaza, which happened to have the dessert place that we wanted to try out.
Duc Phuong
Duc Phuong Thach Che.
That was not close.
I'm so excited. Oh my god. This is some type of jet. I pointed and the nice little old lady got it for me.
This place was intense too. It was like the mall at Christmas.
This is like a dessert that my mom gets all the time at home, and I think this is just like 10 times better.
I think my problem, and it's a problem I have at home too, is that it's just like mouthful of ice after mouthful of ice. I like the coconut milk though, and I like the little gummy bits. Is that pandan?
I think so. With some grass jelly. Oh, so good.
Those are good. And I like coconut milk. If there was no ice, it would be delicious.
No, then it won't be cold.
They gave it to us like 1 minute ago.
It's not cold in there.
I'd take it warm. I wanted to clarify that I like everything in here, but then as I took a bite, it was just all ice. The place was fun. There's a lot of stuff I think I would have got if I wasn't scared.
They don't only have jie, which is the Vietnamese coconut dessert. They had banh mi, they had banh cuon, they had like lots of other like grab and go dishes. So we got this banh beo. Now I'm not sure if this is actually going to be good.
But if it's delicious, that'll be all the more reason to go back.
We also got this. I'm excited for that. Even through this plastic wrapper, You can like smell the aroma from the fried onions and scallions. Oh my gosh, it smells so good. Should I pour the fish sauce on it?
I didn't know there would be that much fish sauce.
Oh, one bite. Mmm. Be better if it was warm.
It is extraordinarily stanky. As a fan of fish sauce, this is pungent. I feel like the rice part has like no flavor on its own. It's fun to chew on. Mostly fried onion and fish sauce. It would have been a good appetizer, I feel like.
This is an appetizer dish. It's not like a entree or anything.
I'm gonna try the tapioca layer cake. Oh, it's so good. I don't know what any part of this is. The jello-y part is so like oily and sweet. The non-jello-y bit is so soft and creamy.
Mung bean.
Love that mung bean.
One of my favorites.
I could eat that all day long. Coconut balls came with a little packet of powder bits. Salty but sweet.
I think this might actually be really good.
Does it taste similar?
It's a variation of it, like, but it's like more mung bean.
The mung bean's not as sweet. It's more like coarse and sandy. Then there's also that unsweetened coconut. Both very strong flavors. What it needed was that salt sugar dip. It's delicious with it. It's super strange eating these salty beans and coconut and just smelling this like the most pungent fish sauce I've ever smelled in my life. Desserts, amazing. I love them all. You full? Full enough to go eat some pho? Let's do it. We'll see you at the next place. Good morning.
Good morning.
So last night we made a slight detour.
Well, we were walking around the Houston Galleria.
Oh my God. So I thought, you know, this is supposed to be a big mall. I was like, I guess it's kind of large. It's not that much bigger than St. Louis malls, but...
What?
But then apparently that was the first wing of about 5 wings, and it just kept going. 2.5 hours before we finished the first floor, and then there were 2 more floors, plus I think parts of it had a 4th floor above. We woke up at 3 a.m., so it was a bit of a trudge at the end there.
So the plan was initially to go get pho after we walked around the mall, but then that didn't happen because we saw a sign for happy hour.
At Blanco Taco, and it was offering warm queso, it was ordering pork carnitas, and it was half-price margaritas. We said a no to it initially. I stopped reading. Like, I refused to explain any more of the menu to her, and we kept walking. Then fate pulled us right into its path. So we decided we'll stop in, we'll have just a one-biter, a little bit of a drink, and then we'll walk right back out.
He was like, wouldn't it be so nice if we didn't have to go out anymore today and we just got...
That didn't come up until several bites in.
We just got the warm queso and then had a drink.
I think that was after I started sipping at the margarita.
Which was good.
We still did it right because we got the warm queso with added beef. We got the pork carnitas. We got the cheese crisp. And it was all really good. And the margarita was amazing. So then we ordered more. And then I ordered the mezcal flight. And then I ordered another margarita. And by then we were kind of set. So to start things off, we got a roasted poblano and tomato cheese crisp, which I think we both thought were gonna be like little chips, like little crispy cheese chips.
Like, you know, when you melt cheese in a hot pan and then it turns into a crisp. Like
a crisp.
I was expecting that. But
No.
it was like a flatbread.
It was a pizza. Next thing we had was the pork carnitas taco. They had some like pickled, like very sweet pickled jalapenos on top, which I don't think you like, because you got a big mouthful of that.
I think the carnitas were a little sweet.
No. That's because you got the top.
I don't
Top
know.
was sweet, bottom was salty, and together it was delicious.
I just got the sweet, so I thought it was okay.
And I would say the same thing about the cheese crisp. It was just kind of okay. But then there was the queso.
It was queso with beef, sour cream, and guacamole. Oh, and a pico de gallo.
And I'd say that queso dip, that was the crux of the whole meal. Everything else was kind of okay. The beef and the queso, everything we had, we dipped into that cheese queso with the beef, and everything was elevated so high because of it.
I mean, if cheese was good for you,
We would be extraordinarily healthy right now.
we devoured it. We dipped everything into it. It made everything else around it taste so much better.
So then I got another round of tacos with chicken pastor and a slow-cooked barbecue pork.
I got the chicken fajita. It came with a side of like street corn, black beans. So I thought the chicken was pretty good once you squeeze the lime into it, and there was like a roasted jalapeno that like burned a literal hole in my stomach, I swear.
A literal hole.
Oh, the spiciness. The tanginess. My one thing that I wish there was would have been Mexican rice.
Beans, better with the cheese. Street corn, better with the cheese. Your fajitas, better with the cheese. I did find out too that I still don't like mezcal. It tastes like, I think I said pool cleaning chemicals. That was accurate. It was effective though.
It was a really nice stop, and I really liked going there. I mean, our first day in, travel day, it's good to relax.
And then after all that, I slept for 15 hours. I was kind of sleepy.
It was like 4:30, 5 p.m. He passed out, and I was like, wow, it's like so bright outside. But you see how awake he is now after 15 hours.
And 3 cups of coffee. And I think now I'm ready for some breakfast pho. Although we keep making promises in videos and then going somewhere else wildly different.
We'll see where life takes us.
And we'll see you there. We went to Quay Huang for lunch.
I actually don't know how you're supposed to say it.
Then maybe I'm right. What they are known for is ka ko to,
Ga ko do.
which is a caramelized, I think we got the catfish.
It's always catfish. It's
Well,
only
then we
catfish.
got the normal goggle.
Ga ko do is caramelized catfish in a clay pot. When she brought it out, the smell. Oh, I wish you can smell through the camera because it is intoxicating.
Covered in pepper and spices.
Yeah.
All these like little crunchy bits that we couldn't identify.
I never knew what they were. I've had ga ko do before in St. Louis, but this one was just so good. The sauce over rice, I can just eat that for days. Yeah, there's no counting calories on Vietnamese food.
Super good. But we couldn't get distracted by that because we also got a gigantic bowl of beef pho.
Pho Duc Phuong Thach Che is the special combination. Rare beef, brisket, and tripe,
The
and
extra
the meatball.
fatty brisket.
And the meatball. That was really good.
Yeah, that was so beefy.
Mm-hmm.
This was like straight beef.
There was like an oxtail or something in it too. Like
Oh,
a bone.
yeah.
I knew I could count on Texas for great beef pho.
There was a bunch of sliced jalapenos we got to throw in. So it was like just spicy enough. It was just beefy enough.
I know a lot of people like adding sriracha to their pho, but I don't like that because I feel like it kind of messes with the flavor. So that's why.
Supposed to be fresh.
Yeah, I like adding the jalapenos in there more. So delicious. Oh my gosh, I ate way too much.
But those aren't the first things we had because we started things off with spring rolls.
Which he thought were supposed to be summer rolls.
I didn't think they were supposed to be summer rolls. I initially suggested summer rolls because it's summer and it seems more appropriate. Seasonality is important. I didn't look at what they are.
Oh.
Just looked at the season.
It was really good though. Their spring rolls, they were wrapped well. It was fresh. When you go to some Vietnamese places in St. Louis, you can tell that they like wrapped a bunch and then just let it sit because the wrapper gets hard. It was great because they added the chili sauce into the dipping sauce, which I didn't have to do it myself, and it was perfect. And it was just one old lady running the entire restaurant.
She also taught me how to pronounce the Vietnamese coffee. Cafe Suda.
Yeah, because what were you saying?
Swada is how it's spelled. That's not on me. I didn't spell it.
He got the Vietnamese iced coffee too.
Amazing.
It's not my favorite, but that's just, you know, I don't
Sometimes
care
people
for
are
it.
wrong.
I say a very, very good food day.
Yeah, I think we both left and said, best restaurant so far.
Yeah. Yeah.
Authentic, tasty, and somehow great customer service. It's very suspicious of that.
Plus, that entire meal, the catfish, the pho, the coffee, and the spring rolls, $28 before tax. And I mean, our dinner last night was 4 times that. Well, mostly alcohol, I guess I would say. Huh, yeah, interesting. These Vietnamese restaurants in Bellaire, oh my lord.
I think this is where you have to retire to.
I love that it's caught on camera.
I'm ready to eat. I want a banh mi.
We are going to go back to Bellaire to see what we can get. I don't want to go off of Google reviews. One, because someone reviewed that restaurant negatively because they don't have fortune cookies.
To be fair, they said fortune cookies are their favorite.
The reviews are very suspect. So we're going to eat based off our gut.
There's a lot to do here. We're gonna get back at it. So after lunch, we made a pit stop here at Bodard Bistro.
Their popular thing was this nem nong gun.
Some kind of spring roll thing.
So this is a grilled pork spring roll with a piece of crunchy wrap in the middle with your standard lettuce and vegetables. This is like their special dipping sauce. Almost looks like an egg drop soup.
I love that crunch. Having just eaten regular spring rolls, the crunch is nice. The dipping sauce, I don't love. It's extremely sweet, but there's like a fishy funkiness to it with bits in it.
It's hot. Temperature. Hot.
What's all in here? Cucumber, lettuce, crunchy fried bits.
Grilled pork.
You know how crunchy that is? Extremely crunchy. Huong I thought had really good spring rolls, but I like these spring rolls better. I like that crunch. I like the dipping sauce better at the other place though. But it definitely needs a sauce. I'm just not sure it needs this sauce. This is the main claim to fame here?
Yep.
This is what they're known for?
Yes.
I can see why. Those are good. It was a
Yeah.
fun time. Also, since it was just this, they had it ready in about 5 seconds. It's definitely worth making a stop here and grabbing some. We are here at Don Cafe's where we came to. We came here specifically because I was really hungry and I really wanted a sandwich because I really wanted a sandwich. And I don't exactly know what kind of banh mi I usually get. Usually there's only one option. This one though is the special. What's included in the special, I had no idea. It does look like it's some kind of Vietnamese pork sausage, thinly sliced, some other clearer meat with cartilage.
It's like pate, some Vietnamese sausage, some cold cut meats.
Kind of.
I
like
was
a
pretty sure
ham.
he wouldn't like it.
It's a very big piece of jalapeno.
I asked them what their most popular one was, and that's their number 1, which is the grilled barbecue pork. And that one looked really good.
I wanted an authentic one though. That looked like Chinese barbecue pork.
That does not, it's not red. That looked like grilled pork. You know what? I'm just gonna go get one. No.
Do you want to bite first?
Yeah.
She said she's not hungry at all.
I'm not, but I feel
She
like
said, I don't think I can eat another thing
I just
today."
I want him to like something that tastes good, and I think the other one looked like it would taste much better and something that he would actually like.
It smells good. Tastes like bread.
I'm like about as not hungry as you can get.
Those cartilage bits are chewy.
Alright, I'll try a bite. This is the duck bit.
I wish it had more sauce. Because at least those first few bites in the one side I didn't get any sauce at all. I kind of want that like that usual mayo.
It's like a garlicky.
I've got none of it so far.
Yeah, it's like a garlic smear, I think.
I haven't got to any vegetables yet though. I got a long way to go.
Mmm. That's really good. This is their number 2 most popular.
I'm glad that I got to the jalapeno part, because with the jalapeno it's better. I do like it better though when the jalapeno and the cucumber are sliced thinner, so that they're more evenly divided. Because now it's kind of like big bite of just meat, big bite of jalapeno, big bite of only cucumber.
Banh mi is the type of food that I never feel like I want it, but then whenever I have a bite, I want more.
This bread's really good. Super crispy on the outside, super fluffy inside. I feel like we never get near this quality in St. Louis. Kind of liking those cartilage bites. You need something to chew on. That jalapeno's not too spicy too. I was worried when I took a huge bite of it that it was gonna like burn my mouth apart. Well, now it's getting there.
Would you want to try the barbecue pork one if I got it?
Is there anywhere else you'd like to go? Because we're gonna get banh mi's tomorrow. I'm just amazed at how quickly that you went from I cannot eat again in life to let's order a second one.
Well, sometimes you just need to eat more food to push the food down, and then, you know.
It's just science.
I just want to try their number 1 most popular, not that I know which one it is.
Are you gonna be able to sleep at night?
No. Oof. I got it.
Did they laugh?
No, they didn't even recognize me. Fair enough. Ooh, feel how hot this is. It was toasted.
Looks like a single raw jalapeno and cucumber slice in each. A bit of shredded pickled carrots. It looks like the same yellow sauce too. I bet you can pick up that crunch on the microphone.
Mmm.
Mm?
I think you'll like this one.
I don't like this one as much. I don't think I could eat the whole thing.
Too much?
It's very fatty. It does taste like char siu though. I can taste the star anise, some of the same spices. It's very fatty, and there's no like salt, so it just comes across as like bland and heavy. Maybe I need some of that like jalapeno and carrots, or more of the sauce. It's a lot better with the pickled carrots and the jalapeno, but no, I like the other one better. I like the variety of the lunch meats, and I like the saltiness of it. I think the bread's still my favorite thing about all of this stuff.
For once. I think I agree with him. I think I like the cold cuts better.
Oh, she's drunk.
Banh mi's in general, I feel like it like tears up my mouth though, because of how crispy the bread is.
It's like one of my favorite things about it. Would you recommend Dom Cafe?
Yeah, I thought they were good. Now I want pho.
Let's go get pho.
I'm so full.
I woke up in the middle of the night and I had this terrible worry. Like the first thing I thought of was, I'm still full. I don't think I can eat pho.
Clarification, by middle of the night, he really meant 8 p.m.
That was the middle of the night for me. Well, it was the start of my night, I guess.
We went to Pho 54.
Her mother's from Vietnam.
She's Chinese. It's like saying...
From Vietnam.
It's like saying...
Arguably, that makes her Vietnamese.
It's like saying, I'm from China.
Were you born in China?
No.
Then that's like saying you're from America. You know it's not pho. Give her a minute.
We got bông bò huế and đặc biệt. And then we also got, it was like
if there's a name for that.
banh mi pho dip. It has like a... It came with like a marrow dip.
Bunch of beef bone marrow floating in a pool of fat. A lot of those pieces were just like straight gelatinous fat.
Yeah.
Floating in a thick layer of like oily fat. It tastes almost exclusively star anise.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what that was. It was too much for me. I think that is the flavor that I really didn't care for.
It was hard to eat too much of, which I guess is good because if it's just bone marrow and fat, that's gotta be horrific for your body to eat.
Yeah, and you're supposed to dip the baguette into it.
So good. That was my like third baguette of the day, of the like hour.
It wasn't my favorite, but that being said, I probably should have gotten the pho. Since it's Pho 54, I got the bông bò huế instead.
The first one we had from yesterday the bông hui. I thought it was fine. This one though, this one was extremely good.
It was really good.
It was spicier, the broth was like beefier.
You could tell the broth was richer just by the deep color.
The noodles were better. There was some sort of like pork sausage meatball.
One meatball.
It was just like, it was like a fourth of a meatball. It was the smoothest, softest, porkiest thing I think I've ever tasted in my life. I was like, this blew my mind. You have to eat one. And apparently I ate the only one.
I'm not mad.
I think if you had tasted it, you'd be at least a little bit annoyed. Place yesterday. It makes me think we were naive in giving that one a good review because this one was so much better.
You really can't go wrong with anywhere here on Bellaire. They're all good.
It made me think of Hawaii, where we'd spend a long time like trying to find anywhere to eat. And then here, like we stopped to eat and she'd be like, I want to eat there, 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 there. It's like, and I'm so full. So we're just like doing the best we can to build up an appetite every moment we're here.
It's hard.
It's not that hard, but it's a lot of fun.
And again, this was super cheap. He also got like a coconut drink.
Oh, right. It wasn't the cafe soda, it was the coconut coffee. So it had like a little bit of, kind of had some coconut flavor in it. Couldn't really tell. It was still like the Vietnamese coffee you know and love. Super bitter, super strong, super sweet.
Wait, you had coffee at 6 p.m.
I think I just literally cannot fit any more food into this body.
I think I gained 10 pounds during this 2 days.
What else do you still want to eat?
Well, stopping in that other plaza on Bellaire today made me want some Chinese food.
After all, you weren't born in China. Still a lot of work here to be done. That's why I got a whole nother day planned. So we will see you in the morning.
Good night.
So for lunch, we tried to go to Pho Binh by night, but it was not open because it is not night. So we went to Pho Binh. By afternoon, I don't know.
One closes at 4. One
Yeah.
opens at 4.
Arguably, they could just use the same restaurant. What kind of pho did we get? Bo Bien?
Pho Thai Bo Vinh. Pho with the rare beef and meatballs.
And the meatballs were good.
Mm-hmm.
Noodles were okay.
It wasn't like mind-blowing.
It was very like average.
Average.
We thought the specialty there was the pho, and apparently not.
I noticed every table around us was getting something else. I just saw a mountain of like fried onions on top. So then I asked the waitress, I was like, and she said it was the dry noodles. So it was like pho noodles, that's no soup, very mild in flavor. But it was so good.
It came with a nice like clear broth, like a clear chicken broth that I thought was really tasty. It was a lot more interesting of a lunch option.
Even though I had my bowl of pho, I had to try it. That's what everyone else was getting.
But most importantly, what they had was a cafe soda, which I thought was better than any other so far. She said it tasted exactly like a frappuccino.
Yeah, it did.
She was not wrong.
He likes sugar.
It was 1,000,000% sugar. It was super good.
Pho was a bit disappointing, but the dry pho with chicken was very good. And I've been wanting to try dry pho. This did not disappoint. It was very good. Definitely gonna try to make it myself at home.
It was more interesting than the pho. I don't think I would make it a point to go there for this.
I wouldn't go there for it, but I would want to make it myself at home so that I can adjust the flavor myself, because I would like to have had a little more sauce. I appreciate the subtlety of the sauce, but I do like it a little saltier.
So we still got a couple more meals to eat, and we'll see you there. So for dinner, we made a little bit of a detour. Not that there wasn't 1,000,000,000,000 more Vietnamese restaurants that we would have loved to try.
But because I went to that one plaza yesterday and saw that one restaurant.
Oh, because we went to Don Cafe and you saw all the Sichuan restaurants?
Yeah, it was the Chinatown part of town.
We had to make one stop so that she could sleep at night, and we chose the Mala Sichuan Bistro off of Bellaire.
And it was like our favorite place.
I feel bad about it because we're here on a Vietnamese tour. We tasted all these wonderful, amazing Vietnamese dishes that we can only kind of get either here or in Vietnam.
But
super good. We started with the was it water poached fish?
Water boiled fish fillet.
And it does not sound interesting at all, but
But it's my favorite thing to get at Sichuan restaurants.
so it's just entirely soaked in Sichuan peppercorns. I thought it was incredibly spicy, and I was just sweating through endless napkins. I don't think that guy understood when I was like, I want more napkins.
It's not so
All
much,
of your napkins.
it's not so much spicy as it is numbing. It just feels like numb.
It can do both, because they also had plenty of red peppers in there too.
Yes.
It was certainly within tolerable limits. I needed like a sweat rag, and I needed to be able to like pull my shirt off. And then I would have been fine to eat through that whole thing. It was super good though. But we also got a baby bok choy and some shiitake mushrooms, which was
His favorite.
debatably my favorite. That was so good. The sauce was absolutely delicious. You could just like drink from those shiitake mushrooms. They were so packed with that flavorful sauce.
I like to have a bite of fish and then a bite of the vegetable.
The shiitake mushroom sauce was sweet. The bok choy was very nice and refreshing. It felt very fresh. So we got an order of the sour and spicy wontons to go along with it. They were like a pork dumpling. It was okay. I would have eaten more if we didn't have so much food to get through.
I have had better, I would say. The filling was a little lackluster.
It was kind of my least favorite of what we ordered.
Yeah, agreed.
Then the last thing we got was the dan dan noodles.
Which is a very popular street noodle.
Also very spicy.
Was it?
It was. I swear to God it was.
It was okay. I didn't think it was spicy. After she mixed it, I smelled it and I was like, oh dear Lord, it smells so good. Tangy, spicy, nutty.
I thought it was spicier than the fish.
I didn't think it was spicy at all. But yeah, everything was good that we had. I would have loved to try some of their like meats. You know, some of their intestines. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, I feel like if anywhere on this street I would have felt comfortable ordering pig intestines, it would have been here. So I really wanted to, but I'm still full from lunch.
Well, apparently,
And I was preemptively full from dessert.
apparently they were James Beard nominated.
I see why. In the middle of dinner, I feel like we both just kind of looked at each other like, this place is the best, right?
I mean, it's good that we ended on a high note, right?
Yeah, it's one of the places I would definitely recommend people come to.
Yeah, for sure. The one in Asiatown.
Yeah, I guess we can't vouch. Apparently the quality difference is noticeable. So apparently make sure to come to Bellaire for the authentic one. And to round out the trip, we finally made a stop at BubbleEgg.
What has been promised since day one when we passed it.
I know, it's kept eluding us. This time we made sure to save stomach space.
I got the double chocolate waffle, which was chocolate waffle with chocolate chips inside.
They poured chocolate chips into each one of those little bubbles.
So I got that with vanilla ice cream and Nutella drizzle with whipped cream on top. And I loved it. So good.
And I got the original waffle with pecans in each of the bubbles, along with a scoop of chocolate ice cream and Nutella on top.
And how did you like it?
It was okay.
I thought mine tasted better. Mine was like so warm, and I love biting into each individual little. I usually don't like the waffle cone. In Cantonese, it's called gai dan zai. Gai dan zai is really popular in Hong Kong, but I loved how each individual bubble had like melted chocolate chips in it, and it was like chocolate waffle with melted chocolate chips. Contrasted that with the cold vanilla ice cream, so it was a warm waffle with melty chocolate chip with cold ice cream, so you get that temperature texture difference. Holy crap, it was so good.
And I would say your waffle was definitely hot. Like it was piping hot. Mine was kind of just room temperature, and my little egg pods would just crumble if you touched them, which was kind of nice if you could just gently tap it with your spoon, scoop it up with some ice cream. But one thing we both kind of noticed was that there's a big lump of ice cream on top, so we kind of threw away like the last half of our waffle because you're just eating plain waffle.
I personally didn't mind because I don't ever eat the entire waffle anyway. It's way too much carbs.
I do. It's
I only
as
want-
many carbs as I would like.
I only want to eat enough waffle to finish my ice cream, and then I'm good.
And I think this is just kind of one of those things where it's unimpressive in comparison, because the only other time I've had this dish is when we went to New York. And I thought that was absolutely perfect.
That was really good.
I forget the name of that place, but
Me too.
you threw away none of that waffle in New York.
I still threw away the same amount.
I used the Royal U and that I did not. It didn't break apart. You could safely hold that whole waffle, and you ate all the way down to the bottom. Again, the royal you.
It's good. I do remember the one in New York being really good.
I wouldn't have felt right if we left without it, and I don't regret a single bite of it.
No, it's very good.
So that wraps up our trip to Houston. There's apparently a billion things here left to eat. We did not step foot into the city at any point. Still a lot left here to explore, but I don't think there was a single place that we didn't enjoy.
No, everything was really good.
A lot of places we recommend. All in all, pretty successful food tour, I'd say. And then we'll see you next time. Bye.
Bye.